to basically, I think, have the rights. He wants to be the rights holder for the franchise. And so since 2016, he's been in a legal battle with Horror Inc.
Horror? Like a whore? Horror Inc.
Yeah. So Horror Inc.
Oh, Horror Inc. Now that makes a
Horror
little bit more
Inc.
sense.
And Manny Company, they are against Miller in this lawsuit. They're saying that when he wrote Friday the 13th, it was a work made for hire. So, meaning that like he wasn't
can
going
go
to
fuck himself, pretty much.
Right, he was being paid, and then they would retain everything that came from that. So supposedly, then he wrote new characters and stories and things for the sequels afterward. But now, what the whole point of us bringing this up is that this is now affecting the game, because the nice folks who made Friday the 13th, the game, are now not able to release any more DLC. So they're left in a position now.
This guy's a fucking asshole. He's ruining lives, like, because these people are literally, that's their job, is part of this to make this game.
Like that's maybe the only way that they can make more money off of this game and like essentially like keep their jobs, because I mean, let's face it, there's going to be a day where like, you know, I'm sure sales are low now. I mean, I think it's a niche market and most of the people probably already bought it who are going to buy the game, unless it goes way down in price. And I'm sure, you know, if it was $5, I might pick it up, whatever. I'm not really interested in buying the game myself. But if there was some DLC that came out along the way that was great, I would totally pick it up if it was, you know, enticing enough. But now that option is not there for them.
Exactly.
Right. So that's a big deal. You know, like,
it's a huge deal.
To me, though, I mean, it's also, you know, is Victor Miller in the right or is he in the wrong? Because if he is owed something that he's not getting, well, that's affecting him too, and his money and his family. And you know,
I get it. How he fucking made that? How long ago though? Like he wrote the screenplay.
79. Who's in the right? Who's in the wrong? Because essentially, if these guys are making DLC, and I'm sure because it's a franchise, some of this money from the game is going to whoever the rights holders are. You know, if he thinks he's a rights holder and he's in this lawsuit for that reason, and they're making more DLC, and that's just more money for the other guys, and maybe they don't deserve it, then like, you know, it's a clusterfuck. I mean, it's just like who's right, who's wrong, and
I agree.
So the whole reason I brought this thing up to begin with is because our buddy, friend of the show, J Hell C Gaming, Jimmy Hell, he brought it to my attention.
Jimmy Hell.
He brought it to my attention, and he is optimistic. He says that he doesn't think that it's going to stay this way forever. He's probably right. I was being a little pessimistic, and I said, you know, I'm not sure if I said the game is doomed. He doesn't think that. But I think since
this game is Friday the 13th. It's not Doom. What the fuck?
Doomed.
You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah. So they started off with a lot of issues, and it seems like, you know, even mid-cycle now, they didn't even get DLC out, and they're having issues.
Jesus Christ.
I wish them the best. I hope it works out, but I'm not sure that it's going to. Do you have any takes on this? Did you play the game?
I never played the game. I was interested in it, but then it looked kind of like, just meh. But I did have interest in it, and I feel bad for these people, because I feel bad for the fans, too.
Right, because people were really looking forward to this. Like, people who love these types of games, or just this franchise in general, are diehard fans.
Yeah, exactly.
Live and die, baby. So,
what?
Anyway, the game was cool. You know what happened was this game came out around the same time that PUBG did, and PUBG almost, like, kind of, for me, was, like, so similar in that, like, you can only die once. Like, you're kind of, everyone is Jason in PUBG. It's like there's 100 Jasons.
Yeah.
And you're Jason too. But anyway, let's move on.
No, actually, Jason didn't come in until the second one.
Well, he came in right at the end of the first one. If anybody...
Okay, well...
spoiler alerts.
Spoilers, sorry.
Has never seen the original Friday the 13th.
You're a fucking idiot. Sorry, you're not,
forget
but
what we just told you and just watch it. Get it out of the way.
Just do it. Just watch it. Be good. Be fun. Be fancy. So some big news today that came out was that if you're familiar...
Oh my God, I can't believe this.
You son of a bitch. If you were paying attention to any things, one of the reasons why I was paying attention to this so much is because Disney and Fox struck a deal back in December where Disney was going to spend $52.4 billion to acquire Fox, and it was going to be where I believe the shareholders would get stock in in Disney. They're buying that at, I believe, $28 a share back in December. So Comcast, like a bunch of fucking assholes, comes in last week. I'm excited about this, by the way, because that means Fantastic Four and X-Men will belong to Disney, which has the Marvel Universe, so I'm very happy about that. There's also tons of other properties, which I'll get to in a second. But last week, Comcast goes, we're a bunch of fucking assholes. And they made a $65 billion cash bid offer, which was $35 a share last week for it as well. And this is after the deal has already been in place with Fox and Disney. So there's a lot of stuff going on. But part of the stipulation was they could entertain other deals as well, I guess, during this process while it gets all sorted out. Because they were supposed to meet Fox on July 10th and figure out if they're actually going to go through with this. Well, today, Disney was like, fuck you, Comcast. And they made a $71.3 billion, amendment to their original bid. So their bid now for them, $71.3 billion, and they, instead of just being stock only, are doing stock or cash. Yeah, I guess the shareholders could determine what they... Yeah, exactly. They also said they would take over a lot of Fox's debt, if not all of it. So that's another $13 billion.
Whoa.
So it makes the deal like $85 billion now. So you went from fucking 58, is that what I said earlier? 52, yeah. Sorry, $52 billion to like $85 billion. Which I can't even fathom that amount of fucking money. But
yeah.
So that's still things in the works. But what kind of wanted to talk about was, say Disney gets these properties. Disney makes a lot of games with their properties.
Yeah.
They don't have to really worry about the X-Men not being available because they have Marvel. Like they put out Marvel games, and that's really just the film aspect that they have to worry about. But I mean, sure. 20th Century Fox has Futurama, Simpsons, fucking Garfield, Home Alone, because I'm sure that's fucking something a game would be made out of. Although there was a Home Alone game I used to play on the Game Boy, and it was terrible. Planet of the Apes, Predator, like all these franchise. Fox even has some Star Wars properties. I don't know exactly which ones, but that wouldn't really make a shit of difference because EA has the deal with that. Avatar, there's a lot of stuff that they have that I think could be made into games, and that's why I wonder what properties Disney would entertain.
Yeah. Well, I know Futurama was a big one that Disney was interested in. That was always one of the things they were like, we definitely need this.
Well, Dr. Dolittle, in case you were wondering, because I know you're wondering when the hell we were going to actually get that.
Yeah, I've been waiting so long.
I mean, shit, even the Ice Age franchise kind of makes sense over at Disney.
Actually, yeah, I mean, I was joking about Dr. Dolittle. Yeah, I mean, I think the whole point here is that, like, Disney is always really, as far as, like, my memory serves me, Disney's always put out, like, at least decent games. I mean, they're not known for putting out great games, but whenever they do,
and sometimes they just, they'll sell off, or not even sell, but would make a deal. Like, for example, Star Wars, EA at the moment has the publication rights to Star Wars. Right. Disney could easily take that away at any point, I believe. Well, after I don't know what the fucking contract stipulation is, but so that's what I'm saying. So Disney might make these similar deals with other franchises. I mean, including Alien. They own if they got this, they would own the Alien, the Predator, and Planet of the Apes franchises. Those are three big ones right off the bat I can think of. I mean, aside from, I don't know what you just fucking said, the goddamn Dr. Dolittle. So,
well, and also if we think about it, so when you think Disney, I mean, you think the traditional Disney movies, but when you look at like Kingdom Hearts, for instance, Wreck-It Ralph is now part of the Kingdom Hearts universe. So if Disney is acquiring all of these other things, I mean, it doesn't only mean for independent, games or whatever that come out of this for us. The next installment, or maybe even DLC, could include The Simpsons or something, like in Kingdom Hearts is what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
I think my point just being that it seems like Disney's like, as soon as Disney acquired Star Wars, we went from seeing 3 movies over the course of how long? 15 years or something like that? to seeing like 3 movies over the course of 3 years.
Yeah. I agree.
Right?
Yeah, no, you're right.
So
4 movies over the span of 4 years even.
So we've gotten a movie a year now since Disney has acquired the Star Wars franchise. And so what that says to me is that Disney looks at what they have and they say, okay, here are franchises that make money, like make content. Like, don't just sit on them. We're not just going to sit on them.
Yeah. They're not just sitting on fucking Die Hard. They're bringing Bruce Willis back. He's going to be the old as fuck geriatric John McClane, and he's going to kick fucking ass.
They seriously might, you know? And even Buffy the Vampire Slayer, that's owned by Fox. Disney gets that. I mean, that's a franchise that's been gone for a long time. Whether they bring back the original cast or not, that's something that has a fan base.
Yeah.
And whether they bring that back in the form of a game, which they have done. There was a game.
I'm sure it was fucking horrid.
Yeah. But it opens up a ton. And we know more now than ever that companies aren't afraid of saying, okay, well, the original cast is maybe too old or the story is kind of tired. Like, let's go back into the lore. Like, let's do prequels. Let's do sequels that are, like, even further along in the future. Like, it doesn't have to be the same characters, the same setting, the same timeline. They'll jump around and just use the franchise to their advantage, you know?
You are correct.
So, what would you like to see come out of this? Is there anything that you've, like, this whole time you've been going, like, oh, cool, like, this could mean a lot for this franchise?
Aside from the movies with X-Men, you mean, like, for video games, what am I excited for?
Yeah.
I'm excited for, like, a Predator and Alien game again. Like, Alien vs. Predator like it used to be. That would be fucking awesome. If somehow... Oh, can you imagine? Since they have that partnership with EA, I know fucking people are talking shit about it. I think Battlefront's an actual good game. They fucked up with the progression, whatever. The next one, hopefully they'll get it right. But, I mean, can you imagine an Alien vs. Predator game created by DICE? And since Disney already has that relationship with DICE... Oh, my God, like a first-person shooter... but like the old school awesome gameplay of Predator and Alien, and then the Marines as well. That'd be fucking awesome. That'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, those are some of the most played games ever made.
Late 90s, DICE. Early 2000s. That was like what everybody was fucking playing on PC competitively.
Yeah, I could totally see that happening. What about?
Meanwhile, Fred was trying to download on his 56K modem JPEG pictures of girls' boobies in the Playboy magazine. Hey. So back to the basics.
Imagine if Disney said something now like, "Oh shit!" Like, you know, I mean, not inadvertently because they totally have a plan. But if they go, "Let's make a game like Smash Brothers where we take The Simpsons and Futurama and Family Guy, American Dad, and toss in Bob's Burgers."
Bring in Macaulay Culkin from fucking Home Alone. Bring in like Goosebumps. They own fucking Goosebumps.
Literally,
Garfield.
Disney could just say, "Let's make like an all-encompassing franchise game,"
that
just
would be
like
badass.
Nintendo's doing.
Yeah, dude, that would be insane.
Think of the number of characters in each of these shows and
Avatar,
and how...
fucking Casper. Why the fuck would I say Casper?
But seriously, why not? You know, like toss them in there.
Yeah.
Whoever, like you said, Garfield. Like that'd be funny.
Yeah, he'd motherfucking throwing lasagna at you. Actually, no, he would not be throwing lasagna. He's not about to waste some fucking lasagna.
He'd be sleeping. He'd be like the Jigglypuff of the Disney.
I like where you're going with this. Let's put you on the fucking payroll and get you over to Disney after they acquire Fox.
All right, we done?
I thought it was an interesting topic. I mean, it's definitely more business related.
I'm done here. I'm going to work for Disney.
Oh. I thought you meant, are we done with this topic?
No.
No, you...
I'm clock out.
Well, but you don't get paid for this, Fred.
Which is why I'm clocking out.
Oh, the X-Files. How the fuck did I forget the X-Files?
Not
okay,
surprised you forgot.
Fuck you. But yeah, no, I mean, it was an interesting topic I just thought about today whenever I was, reading the nude news. It sounds like I said nude news.
The nude news.
Which I don't... is that a thing?
Yeah, actually. I'm pretty sure there's some nude news.
Hold on. Nude news.
Did you...
Oh my God, nakednews.com. That's a fucking thing? Am I surprised?
Right.
I mean, I guess
type in nude Pop-Tarts.
Nude Pop-Tarts. That's probably a thing. That's the ones with no icing on it. Yeah, that's the ones with no icing. That's a real fucking thing.
All right.
Did Cheetah Girl leak her nude